what's up you guys, and welcome back to another video. So we are sitting here in field 25. I finished disking 26 there, so that is all done. So we are going to work on field 25 here today, and we should be able to get this field done in this video, I would imagine. Since it's not really that big. It's a fairly small field, as are most of these fields that we're farming. Well, at least the ones around the farm here. One thing I did notice about this tractor, though, it does drink up fuel like crazy. I think I've gone through almost 100 liters of fuel already. I think. I know last I looked, like when I first started over on that field before, you know, it was where I kept disking after yesterday's video. I think it was 580 liters of fuel in this thing, and now there's 500 liters of fuel. So that's pretty crazy. But we are using, you know, anywhere from 80 to 100 plus liters of fuel an hour in this. So it does drink up fuel pretty good, but not too big of a deal, I guess. It does hold quite a bit, so we should hopefully be able to run for quite a while on what fuel it has. Yeah, going uphill is usually when the usage goes sky high. Let's see if I can't get this lined up here. One nice thing about running these smaller fields is that it doesn't really take long to do the field work on them with, you know, especially with the equipment that we're running right now. This sunflower is a pretty decent size, so it helps minimize the amount of time that we have to spend doing field work. Especially since it does plow and cultivate, that always helps greatly reduce the amount of time that it takes to do the tillage. Now we'll try and make this corner without missing much. Perfect. I think the wheat texture would be a little bit better if the stubble was brown too. I mean, the wheat texture on this map is still really great, but it'd just be a little bit more realistic if it was actually brown, like, or golden, like the wheat is. Well, that's just me. So I hope you enjoyed the video last night of my new map project. I'll be having a few more videos of that out this week. There will be one out again tomorrow. I think the mapping videos I'll do 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Is what I'm kind of thinking on those. One thing that I don't like about you know, these implements that plow and cultivate is that, you know, when you lift up at the end of a pass, you have the plowed ground left behind, but it's not really that big of a deal, I guess. It doesn't make a difference in the planting, so I'm not too terribly worried about it, I guess. And we've already gone through another 20 liters of fuel just on this bit of field here. I have a feeling that before tillage is done, or maybe after tillage, we're probably going to have to fuel this tractor. 'Cause we still got a lot of ground left to work up. So we're running, what, 12 fields now? 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 12 fields that we're running now, and a few of them are pretty good size, so we will use a fair amount of, well, I guess we don't have to cultivate all of them either. We just need to do fields 7 and 16. We just need to do 7, 16, 27, 55, and then 28/29. Let's go ahead and mark all this down in the Google Sheets document here. Okay, so we've done 26, and I'll just mark down field 25 while we're in here, because I mean, we're pretty much done with it anyways, so then, let's see, 28, 29, 27, 55, 16, 7. So that means 9, 14, let's see, 5, 9, 13, 14. 5, 9... Oh, that's right, we're not running field 14. 17 is the other one that's done. So we need to do... Oh yeah, field 8 too we also need to do. So we do still have a fair amount of land left to work, but and who knows, maybe next season we'll be able to upgrade to an even bigger piece of tillage equipment. So we'd be able to go through our tillage even faster. I will do a decent amount of field work off camera as well, just so that way there's not, you know, so many videos of tillage and stuff. But like harvest, I'll stick to, you know, recording, you know, like only doing harvest on camera. I'll probably stick to just doing that. But I mean, even with doing some field work off camera, there's still going to be a lot of video footage of that, because there is quite a lot to do. So we've got this field done now, so then we'll go ahead and we'll start over there on 28, 29 and see how far along we can get on that field. Alright, let's go ahead and fold this up. And we're going to head on over to the next field. We can just leave the pickup sit there for the time being. So this field's again going to be pretty interesting to do. You know what? Actually, what I'm going to do, I think I might have Courseplay run that one off camera. So let's go do field 27 over here. I might have Courseplay do that one for this first season. Or maybe... is that gonna be, I think that's gonna be sunflowers, so I have to double check. 28, 29, what's that gonna be? Yeah, that's gonna be sunflowers, so we'd be using the corn planter for that, and I don't think that that planter will no-till plant. I don't think it does. And I don't want to wait until when we start planting to find out. But I'll probably just have, like I said, have Courseplay do that one. Off camera, and then we'll have that one done. It's definitely quiet in the cab of this tractor. I think all of the rest of the fields that we would be working up, I think, are corn, or had corn in them. Well, this one had millet, which is what's in that field, so that's pretty easy to see the stubble of. And our tractor is rolling away here. So field 8's got millet in it, and 16 and 55. So then field 7's got corn in it, or had corn in it. So shouldn't be too bad on the rest of these fields. Yeah, I know. I'm setting this thing down way too early, but I don't know what the deal is. It does not like going north. It just leaves strips behind. For some reason, it just does not like it. I don't know why. It just doesn't, I guess. I know I went about that corner in about the most unrealistic way I possibly could, but doing what I can with what I got, so to speak. There's my tractor. I have had thoughts about extending this field, like just, you know, going that way a little bit more, kind of going a little farther towards the kind of ditch down there, but I don't know. It would be a tad bit more land there. Be maybe add a quarter of a hectare or something. I mean, it wouldn't add much, but wouldn't be just a bunch of space wasted in grass. But we have enough land to run right now, I think. We're not going to worry about that. I don't know what the deal is with this disc. Does not like going north. For whatever reason. Yeah. What the heck? That's strange. Oh well. Doesn't make a difference, I guess. Excuse me. Or at least not that much of a difference anyway. Try and get this opened up. I should have turned a little sooner. I always hate trying to do that. Or, well, I guess I don't really hate it, but it's always difficult to try and do that, to try and, like, time your turns just perfect so that it misses whatever, you know, like, in this case, the telephone poles, but then also doesn't miss the, you know, the field, and or also stays on the field and stuff. But most of the time I end up just completely messing it up. But oh well. I guess as long as the field gets worked up, that's all that matters, I guess. Try and do a little bit of in-cab plowing here. Kind of use the corn row to guide me. Although it doesn't exactly stay. Let's get over here a little bit more. We'll line up with this one and see. See if that'll pick everything up. It should, yep. From the looks of it anyways. I'll still have to go out of cab to do my turns, but be able to do a fair amount of it in cab here. Oh, there's a fence there. I don't think it has clipped though, does it? Nope. Okay. Did not see that right away. Alright. There we go. Perfect. We're wiping out about 12 rows of corn at a time. It's a little bit easier to do in the cornfield here with the corn rows to use as a guide versus, you know, in like a wheat field or something. There wouldn't really be much to guide me. At least not as well as there is in this cornfield here. This has the monitor for running anhydrous applicators. I think it maybe that's what that's for. Not sure actually. It's got a monitor of some sort in it. If any of you know what kind of monitor that would be, feel free to let me know down below, because I'm not sure if it's for like an applicator or, because there are these anhydrous ammonia toolbars, which we could look into getting at some point in the future maybe. I really don't use them all that often, but wouldn't mind using it. Heck, who needs GPS? These rows are straight. So I think once harvest rolls around, I've been thinking about it some. I know I talked about it, I think it was yesterday I talked about that a little bit, about having like Courseplay run the combine or the grain cart or something. I think I would probably have Courseplay run grain cart, just because I like combining. I'd rather combine than run grain cart personally, but it might be a little bit of a challenge with you know, me still having to drive the trucks. So I don't know, I'd like to run the combine during harvest, but we'll have to see. It's definitely going to be an exciting harvest, and harvest will come a lot sooner this time since we aren't going to be making hay like we did last season. That kind of that took took a while to do. I don't remember exactly how long it took. Come on. I think that itself took at least a week or something like that. I know it took a while to do all of the haymaking. Nah, I don't even remember just how long it took. Alright, so we'll be able to wipe this field out too. And we'll get started here on field 55. So then whatever I don't get done on the video on field 55, I'll do off camera, along with getting 28 and 29 done there. And so then when we come back, we'll be on we'll do field 7 probably tomorrow is what we'll work on. So we'll be able to we'll definitely be able to wipe out field 7 in a video, and then we might be able to get like 7 and 8 done in a video, or at least 7 and a portion of 8, I would think. Can't say for sure though, but they don't seem to be much bigger than like 25 and 27 there, so in fact I think they actually are pretty close in size. I would have to look at the Google Sheets document to be sure, but I think they are pretty close in size. What are we down to now? 439 for fuel. So we do still have $587,000 in our account. So we're still sitting pretty good on money. One thing I did consider that we can maybe do this fall, I got a couple of new mods here. I got this one. This is a placeable liquid fertilizer storage, and then there's solid fertilizer and then seed storage, and then there is a seed and fertilizer production and liquid fertilizer production placeables. I do have to look into them. I think you actually need like manure for one of them. I'm not positive. I haven't tried these out yet, so I don't fully know what they all need yet, but that might be something to look into to get for our next season, for next year, because we can't really do it now, because I know that the one, at least one of them requires like grain, so we can't do anything with that one since we don't have any grain. Although technically this map does have the bioil fruit silo, so we could go and technically buy a load of grain or whatever, but I'd rather wait and use grain that we actually have and do it that way. And actually, now that I think about it, during harvest, if we run combine, we could just set the trucks up on a course-play course and just kind of have them drive to the general area of the grain bins, and then have like a waypoint or something. And so then all I would have to do is just tab over to it, take it off of course play, drive over to the auger, unload it, put it back on the course, and then go back. Provided that both of those grain trucks actually work on course play, that is. But so yeah, that is going to do it for today's video. I'm going to finish this field off camera, and I will also get 28 and 29 done off camera with course play. I will let course play run. So, but yeah, that's gonna do it for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Be sure to subscribe if you like what you see. Be sure to turn on the post notifications to be notified every time I upload a new video. Be sure to check out down below in the description for my PC specs, my upload schedule, as well as links to all of my social medias and some other cool YouTube channels that are worth taking a look at. Thanks for watching, you guys, and as always, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.